Next stop on the Advocare Truck Series, the third stop of the season, brings us to Texas Motor Speedway for the running of the Interstate Batteries 200, presented in honor of the victims of Hurricane Harvey. As we're set for 34 laps of distance here on this mile-and-a-half racetrack. And let's get the starting line for today's running of the event. On the pole for the number 4 Square D Dodge is on the pole for today's event. That's Quentin Moore. His pole speed 175 miles per hour. He'll be alongside truck number 15, the Motorcraft Quality Parts Ford of Matt Rafalski's on the outside. Eric Rafalski is inside of the second row in the number 98 RCA Ford, and he'll be alongside number 18. That's Phil Goldberg. He's in the Interstate Batteries Chevrolet, car number 8, truck number 18. Sponsors the event, too. Excuse me. Next row down has Zach Winkle at number 16, the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. He's inside of row number 3. Beside him will be truck number 55, Emmanuel Hartnett. He won at Daytona this season. Fourth row has Phil Parker, number 29, the Jasper Engine Dodge, and he'll be alongside number 75, Marcus Sachi, and he's in the Remington Arms Ford. Fifth row will have Kyle Matthews, number 24, Net Zero Chevrolet. He has one of our in-truck cameras in today's event. He'll be alongside number 21, Chandler Cottle, in the Air Force Ford. Next row down has number 25, the Bolger Chevrolet of Jeff Rafalski. Beside him will be Charles Samper. He has our second in-truck camera in today's event. He's in a GPS Store Chevrolet, number 08. Then it's Jordan Bell, number 5, the Toyota Tundra Toyota. And beside him will be P.J. Williams in the Strolite Ford, truck number 6. Next row down has Paul Minnick in number 00, the Airstream Machine Toyota. And Johnny Gardner, number 2, the More Genuine Draft Ford. Our third in-truck camera lies inside Keith Batson's truck in the number 20 Texaco Haviland Ford. He'll be alongside number 30, the Lumber Liquidators Toyota of Rockingham, winner of Robbie Bogues. Next row down has Ryan George in number 74, the Best Western Dodge, and beside him will be Joshua Osborne, the Driven to Honor Chevrolet, truck number 10, driving for Jennifer Jo Cobb. Next row down has Mike Becker, number 1, the Mopar Dodge, and beside him will be Chelsea Bowles, number 12, the Altel Ford. Then it's Jordan Anderson, number 14, the Corvette Parts Chevrolet, number 14. Then beside him will be number 23, Zachary Fitzwater, the Exide Barrage Toyota, number 23. Then it's Jay Jefferson, number 17, the Napa Auto Parts Toyota, and beside him will be Levi McIntyre, the number 99 Exide Barrage SKF Ford. Next row down has Joshua Collard, number 43, the King Richard Petty Dodge, the STP machine, and beside him will be Jonathan Sorlin, number 13, the First Plus Financial Ford. Next row down has Joshua Sakuli, number 03, the Southeast Toyota Dealers Toyota. Beside him will be number 51, Preston Plord, in the FedEx Chevrolet. Then it's Kat Tellier, the number 88 Ford Quality Care Service Ford Credit Ford. Beside her will be number 3, Cole Deaver, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, the defending series champion. A couple of veterans have the next row down. It's going to be Dylan Poteet, number 31, the Great Clips Chevrolet, and Jessica Shelton, number 9, the Dodge Dealers Dodge. Next row down has Ryan Acosta, number 8, the FAS Chevrolet, and the Skull Bandit Chevrolet, number 33, of Shane Lake, coming off that horrific crash he had at Rockingham. Then it's Griffin Lynn, the number 92, the Advanced Auto Parts Valvoline Ford, and starting shotgun, Kev Shear, number 22, the Caterpillar Dodge. So the field getting set for green flag racing here as here comes the command to fire the engines.
Start your engines!
Commands we get in the fire the engines as we get some racing here, and yeah, that's the way to get the crowd going. As we are here the third race of the Truck Series season, these trucks have not been in action since the last doubleheader we had at Rockingham. Quentin Moore, the number 4 Square D Chevrolet, has the pole for this event. His pole speed 175.8 miles per hour, just touching 176. But this is a very fast racetrack at Texas Motor Speedway, 34 laps of distance here. And the first time the trucks have been on a mile-and-a-half racetrack here. The Cup Series will be on. This will be the Cup Series' third trip on a mile-and-a-half track. They had already run Las Vegas and Atlanta. At this point, the Cup race will be on the Interstate Sports and Gaming channel, by the way. And for this event, the Interstate Batteries 500 also in dedication to the victims of Hurricane Harvey. Of course, we can't think about this trek without thinking of our community that's from Texas, and mainly to Chris Dallerton and Trent Dunham, who are both from the great state of Texas, as well as some of our favorites from motorsports who are from that state as well. So the field's going around through turns 3 and 4. Quentin Moore and Matt Rafalski has the pole as the front row for this event. Dodge and Ford on the front row. Green flag waves. 34 laps of distance here today, and we are underway in the Interstate. Okay, so we're not going to be underway then. And Chelsea, and I see why too. Chelsea Bolts is going to make an unscheduled pit stop. Apparently to kind of top off the tank of fuel, and she got damage on the back of the car. No, she don't. And Jordan Anderson's also on pit road as well, the 14. And apparently something is the matter with his truck. So 2 unscheduled pit stops, and Chelsea Bowles better be at max speed as she better be at max speed as she tries to catch up to the field, because yeah, she's trying to catch up to the field right now. So that's why we wasn't getting the green flag that time by. All right, so let's try this again here. Quentin Moore and Matt Rafalski's the front row for today's event here. Dodge versus Ford on the front row. And now the pace truck dives off the pit road. Okay, there we go. The green flag about to wave here, and we are underway in the Interstate Barriers 200. Well, that was quite a weird start. That's about pretty much all I can say there. And apparently something was the matter with Jordan Anderson's car. Apparently it may have been a did not start. I don't know, but nonetheless, though, Quentin Moore and Eric Rafalski, they're battling for the lead here as Zach Winkle in the 16 goes to the inside lane. And it looks like Eric Rafalski will lead the first lap of the race here as they come down the start-finish line. First lap, 159.712 miles per hour. And here comes 29, Phil Parker to the inside lane as he comes down to the inside. Parker, one of the 7 Dodges in the field, and Kyle Matthews goes inside trying to make his way through the field. On board, Kyle Matthews, we mentioned that he, Charles Samper, and Keith Batson will be our in-truck cameras in today's event. Matthews rides 4th. Watching this battle between Zach Winkle and Phil Parker as Parker takes the lead. And whoa, Quentin Moore and Eric Rafalski, and we got problems coming off turn number 4. As the yellow flag is flown for the first time here. And it's Matt Rafalski and Jordan Bell has crashed, along with Emmanuel Hartnett. He has spun. Oh, and Levi McIntyre's got some damage to his machine. Bill Goldberg might have been involved. I don't know. Eric Shelton might have been too. I don't know. I don't see any damage to Jess's truck. Neither do I. Oh, I see some on Phil Goldberg's truck. It's got a little bit of a donut right there on the number 18 Interstate Battery Chevy. Hood gone on the number 99 XI4 of Levi McIntyre. A hood good on that machine. And let's look at it again as to what happened. That was within the top 10, by the way, too. Jordan Bell in the 5. He goes inside of Emmanuel Hartnett. Keith Batson stuck a nose to the inside, and I think he might have been at 4 wide, and that crowded Bell and just touched the fender of Emmanuel Hartnett's truck, and that spun the 15 of Matt Rafalski. Batson got through okay, and there's where Hartnett and Phil Goldberg, he was involved in the crash. Collard gets through. Joshua Sakuli gets through. Shane Lake and others get through. And see where Levi McIntyre was involved. It's 2. There's Preston Plord, Griffin Lynn. I think sometimes there might have been a crash that happened on the backstretch before all this happened too. Preston Plord and Cole Beaver barely got through. So does Kev Shearer. He barely gets through as well. And Shelton down on the apron of the track, she got through. And I suspected there was something that happened on the backstretch. There was something that happened. Yeah. So it turned out that was the only crash that happened. So I don't know what happened to Levi McIntyre that caused the hood to get ripped off the Excite Barriers Ford, but anyway, Jordan Bell, Jay Jefferson somehow got in the crash too, and Jordan Anderson apparently his crash is involved is marked an accident. I do not know why, but. And Dylan Poteet's got a camshaft problem, and he's out of the race. So an engine problem for the 31 team. And good timing, too, because we're about to get back for the green flag racing on lap number 8. And it is Phil Parker leading the event, too, the Jasper Engines Dodge. He's out front. Second is Zach Winkle. Third is Kyle Matthews, who, if he's not careful, he's going to get trapped behind his buddy Levi McIntyre. McIntyre trying to get up to speed here. And Matthews will dive to the inside lane, try to get out of McIntyre's way. So Matthews goes to second. Third is now Jeff Rafalski in the 25. That's the Tim Richmond colors. Quentin Moore up to fourth position. And Keith Batson, another one of our in-truck cameras, runs in fifth position. Let's take a ride a lap with Keith Batson. Down the backstretch he goes. He's inside of Quentin Moore in the number 4 truck. Into turn 3 at 175 miles per hour. Down that low line of the racetrack here. Trying to get the draft off that 4 car. Kyle Matthews, meanwhile, trying to go for the lead on Phil Parker. As they go down the front stretch here. Batson milking all he can out of the hood of that Ford of his. Batson clocked that time in 4th position. But he's got Marcus Sachi on the inside lane. Another in-truck camera right there behind us. Charles Sanford in the 08 car. One of the hottest drivers in the Castrol GTX Cup Series right now. And Sanford's going to make a 3-way between he, Sachi, and Batson as they come off turn number 4. A Chevrolet trying to go inside of 2 Fords. And Matthews had to lead that last time by 0.05 of a second. And I heard tires screeching here. Well, I thought I heard tires screeching. I don't know. Well, false alarm then. Phil Parker has to lead still as they come down to the first and second turns. Or third and fourth turn, excuse me. Sachi's now second. Third is now Batson. And now a couple of buddies, Charles Sanford and Kyle Matthews side by side. PJ Williams up there in the 6th truck. He's in fourth. He's in the top 10 now. Quentin Moore, Jeff Rafalski in the 25. And a big mover coming up through there. Joshua Osborne driving the Jennifer Jo Cobb colors. He's now moving his way through the inside. In that 10 truck. Osborne that time by clocked in the 8th position. And the yellow flag is flown for the second time here today. And it's a 9 of Jessica Shelton. She's crashed. So Jessica Shelton brings out the second caution flag of the day. Let's take a look as to what happened to the number 9 machine. Apparently it was no harm, no foul. Oh my gosh. 4 wide through the 3rd and 4th turns here. She's on the middle of, she's between Paul Minnick and Chandler Cottle in the 21. And apparently and Griffin Lynn sticks his nose in the inside, making 4 deep. and pushes Paul Minnick into Shelton, which pushes Shelton into Chandler Connell, which sends Chandler spinning. Minnick doesn't get any damage in this crash here, but Shelton bulldozes in, saying, "Get out of my way, get out of my way," and he squeezes Shelton into the wall. And Levi McIntyre gave her a little nudge too. Not only doing damage to her truck, but doing damage to his truck. We saw Emmanuel Hartnett get into Chandler Connell as well. And Shelton brings that truck to a skidding stop against the wall. Damage is not as bad as it could have been for Shelton, but nonetheless, the damage already had been done at that point. Real time. She was running 28th when this happened, too. And that has got to be a horrifying experience for Jess. Her spin. Let's take a look at it again, though. That's got to be a horrifying experience for Jess. Without question, at 9 truck. She's slowing down, and all of a sudden, Levi sends her to a horrifying 145-mile-an-hour slide down the front stretch. So Shelton's still sitting on pit road right now as she's continuing to lose valuable time. Field's given the 1-to-go signal, and Shelton is now officially declared out of the race in that 9-car truck. Damage didn't look all that bad to me, so I don't know why she's out of the race. But Levi McIntyre, that hit that he took, he gave Shelton, finally did knock his truck out of the race with a piston problem. So for all intents and purposes, it's an engine failure on the 99 truck of Levi McIntyre. So he joins Shelton, Poteet, Jordan Bell, Jay Jefferson, and Jordan Anderson, all out of this race. So 32 trucks still remain here in this race as we are now halfway home, 17 in the books and 17 to go here at Texas. Marcus Sachi leads the race. Second position is PJ Williams. Third is Kyle Matthews. Are making fourth position now is Kyle Matthews as Quentin Moore dives inside. And look at Jeff Rafalski. He's going to follow suit. So does Joshua Osborne, and so does Mike Becker. Mike Becker in that retro Ted Musgrave colors from 2005. He makes his way to the inside lane. Trying to go inside of Kyle Matthews, but nothing doing as Matthews has dropped back just a little bit. Joshua Osborne trying to make his way through the field now. But now he gets shoved at the track by Matthews, and as they go down to the third and fourth turns, first and second turns, Matthews is going to make a 3 wide inside of Jeff Rafalski and PJ Williams. On board Kyle Matthews' truck. He rides third, but here comes Mike Becker to the inside. You see through the rear view mirror right there. Matthews retains third as they head on to turn number 1. You're watching the battle up ahead there between Marcus Sachi and the Remington truck and the blue truck of Quentin Moore. Matthews hoping to close right up a little bit as he goes into turn number 3 at 180 miles per hour now. His best lap, 178 miles per hour. In fact, he does not have the fastest lap of the race. That honor belongs to Kev Sheard at 179.28 miles per hour. Poetry in motion at almost 180 miles per hour at Texas, and Matthews is going to make a 3 wide for the lead. Kyle Matthews unleashing the horsepower in that Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet. And Mike Becker close up on Jeff Rafalski a little bit as they come off turn number 4. 3 wide for the number 1 spot. Who leads that lap? Matthews barely. And yellow flag is flown for the 3rd time here today. And it's Johnny Gardner, number 2. It's crashed. So Johnny Gardner, who had fallen Johnny Gardner, who in the number 2 Rusty Wallace colors, spins around here another situation another 4-wide situation is somewhat similar to what we saw Jessica Shelton and Chandler Cottle go through. And Johnny gets pushed up the track by Zach Winkle in the 16 truck, as meanwhile Joshua Collard and Eric Rafalski battle along, and then Zach Winkle just stuffs Johnny Gardner. Like I said, just like we saw Chandler Cottle do to Jessica Shelton earlier. And for Johnny Gardner, the same treatment he got. And, gosh. Zachary Fitzwater, Phil Parker, and Cat Taylor, and Keith Batson all got through barely. As Gardner was lucky to not get hit, and the others were lucky to not hit him. Nonetheless, though, Johnny Gardner, who was running in 8th position, day gets worse for him. You want to know how to miss a crash? Let's ride with Keith Batson. Gosh. Whew. I bet you Batson's heart was up to his throat when he saw Johnny Gardner right smack in front of him, and it was almost a goner in that situation. And right behind Batson was Charles Sanford. Let's see how he got through the crash. So there's 2 of the luckiest guys to have missed the crash like that. There, Charles Sanford and Keith Batson. I tell you, that was some excellent driving they did to miss the crash like that. So Johnny Gardner still remains in the race here. Meanwhile, as we're going to get set for green flag here, we'll have less than 10 laps to go. Here at the Texas Motor Speedway, Kyle Matthews is the leader. Second position is Marcus Sachi. Third is Quentin Moore. Fourth is Jeff Rafalski. Fifth position is Mike Becker. Sixth is PJ Williams, matching his truck number. Joshua Osborne, 7th. 8th is Chelsea Bowles. 9th, Shane Lake. And Eric Rafalski in 10th position. As the green flag is about to wave here at Texas, and the green flag is out, and we're back underway. So you got Chevrolet in first, Ford in second, Dodge in third, Chevy in fourth, Dodge fifth, Ford in sixth, Chevy in seventh, Ford in eighth, Chevy in ninth, and a Ford in 10th. And look at that 3-wide hookup there. Sachi, Moore, and Rafalski there hooking up to get him underneath Kyle Matthews. Mike Becker caught up the racetrack as well, and now meanwhile Joshua Osborne is going to try to roll to the inside lane. And now look at this. They're going to line up and they're going to pace this race and start all over again. Wow, what racing we're having here at Texas Motor Speedway. And as they come off turn number 2, Jeff Rafalski, 25 to the inside for the lead. PJ Williams diving underneath as well. This is going to be a wild scramble here. And Osborne up the track there, just about lost it coming out turn number 4. But he still maintains control and now is now in pursuit of PJ Williams in a 6. And meanwhile, look at the number 8, Ryan Acosta to the inside lane. He and Joshua Collard begins to roll. Acosta in the 8. That's Collard in the 43. 3 wide racing. Chelsea Bowles to the inside looking for the lead. And she's got it. And she's going to bring Mike Becker with her. Oh, Becker. Oh, no, they're 4 wide. Off turn number 2. Oh, my gosh. How they didn't crash, I'll never know. And PJ Williams stops Osborne on the wall. Osborne's around. Osborne sliding down the racetrack. Please to play somebody here. Oh my God! Charles Sanford's in it. Phil Goldberg's crashed. Hartnett's crashed. A bad hit by Phil Goldberg in the 18 truck. He slams into Osborne, and Sanford rear ends him. I almost said a bad word on that one. I really did. Oh my goodness. A bad crash by Phil Goldberg. It's the 4th caution they flies with 5 to go. I don't know if we'll get this race restarted. But yeah, that was the same thing that happened to Johnny Gardner. Same thing happened to Jessica Shelton. And this time Joshua Osborne is now the one that gets the hook in the third and 4th turns. And this time he tries to stuff PJ Williams in the wall. Yeah, Osborne's truck gets loose and hooks the 6 of PJ Williams. They both get into the wall. Osborne spins around. And it appears that everybody is going to miss Joshua Osborne, too. Parker does a good job. So does Kat Tellier. And hard goes the 18 of Phil Goldberg. Oh, my gosh. And Charles Sanford underneath him. We'll slow it down for Phil Goldberg's hit. Oh, my gosh. That is the race sponsor's truck to make matters worse, too. And he'll slow down right about this point, and Hartnett hits him, and then poor old Charles Sanford had nowhere to go. And Goldberg slides upside down, and then eventually gets back on all 4 wheels. And upside down just under 100 miles per hour. So I guess for everybody in this crash, it's pack her up and prepare for Martinsville, which is the next stop for the Truck Series Tour. Charles Sanford had her in-car camera. Charles Sanford had her in-truck camera when this happened, too. On board, Charles Sanford. And Charles's truck's still running, but he shuts it off and decides it's not worth abusing that thing anymore. So the pace truck's lights are off, so we are going to get a 1-lap dash to the checkered flag. Oh my goodness. So trucks out of the race here. Again, Jordan Anderson, Jay Jefferson, Jordan Bell, Dylan Poteet, Levi McIntyre, Jessica Shelton, Charles Sanford. No secret that the 18 is out of the race, and so does Joshua Osborne, and so too is Kev Shear. He had a piston problem. He's out of the race as well for some reason with an engine failure. So Chelsea Bowles has the lead. Can she hold on? Can she hold this snarling pack of trucks to win this race? Well, about to find out here. Mike Becker's got something to say about that. So does Shane Lake. So does Jeff Rafalski. So does Kyle Matthews. Any one of them can win this race here. That's the top 5. 6th position is Quentin Moore. 7th is Ryan Acosta. Joshua Collard 8th. Marcus Sachi 9th. And Eric Rafalski in 10th. As the green and white flags both wave. 1 lap to go at Texas. Here we go. Chelsea Bowles got the start she needed. Here comes Shane Lake to the inside lane. Truck number 33. He's going to try to get the draft off Bowles' truck here. Let's see what happens off the second turn. Into the third turn now. Shane Lake takes the inside lane. Bowles shuts the door on him here. Lake tries to close back up a little bit. Here they come up the fourth corner. Lake's moved just a bit too late. Chelsea Bowles wins the Interstate Barriers 200 here at Texas. Chelsea Bowles, number 12, the Altel Ford, goes to victory lane here at the Texas Motor Speedway, holding up a snarling pack of trucks for a victory here. Second place will go to Shane Lake. Third will go to Jeff Rafalski. Kyle Matthews finishes in fourth. Fifth will go to Quentin Moore. Mike Becker sixth. Ryan Acosta seventh. Eighth will go to Joshua Collard. Ninth to Marcus Sachi. And 10th place will go to Eric Rafalski. As the finish happens here, great race average speed just only 109 miles per hour, but no thanks to those fourth caution flags. So 3 races are in the books for the Advocare Truck Series, and we give you the top 10 already here. Here's the rest of the finishing order. Zach Winkle comes home in 11th. 12th will go to Griffin Lynn. Robbie Bogues, winner at Rockingham, comes home in 13th. 14th will go to Joshua Sekuli. Jonathan Zorlin, 15th. 16th to Zachary Fitzwater. 17th to Paul Minnick. 18th position will go to Preston Plord. 19th to Chandler Cottle. And 20th to Kat Tellier. Excuse me. 21st will go to Phil Parker. 22nd will go to Ryan George. Cole Deaver, 23rd. 24th to PJ Williams. 25th position will go to Johnny Gardner, Keith Batson, 26th. 27th to Matt Rafalski. Emmanuel Harton at 28th. He still finishes the race despite the fact that the bad crash happened with about 5 laps to go. In fact, Emmanuel Harton was the last truck to finish the race here. Trucks out of the race here, 10 of them to be exact. Kev Shearer, Joshua Osborne, Phil Goldberg, Charles Saber, Jessica Shelton, Levi McIntyre, Dylan Poteet, Jordan Bell, Jay Jefferson, and Jordan Anderson all crashed out of the race. So this race at Texas had everything. We had a double pace lap, which never happens in NR. We had a few bad crashes here at Texas, and so typical mile-and-a-half track in this series. So yeah. Anyway, but the survivor in all this was Chelsea Bowles, as she wins the race here today in the Interstate Barriers 200. She'll try to go double in the Casualty X Cup Series event on the Interstate Sports and Gaming channel. And be sure to subscribe to this channel here for NR races. Anything that this channel offers, as a matter of fact, here on for the Red Racer 1985 channel. And so the next race on the tour will be at Martinsville Speedway for the Advocare Truck Series. This is James Qualls. This is a production of the NRSL, and we will see you next time.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?